Welcome back to Showtime on Trust TV. This is our sit-down interview segment, and we have someone very special here in the studio. We have a very hilarious and unapologetically Nigerian storyteller who turns madness of everyday life into comedy gold. With his quick wit, wild expressions, and satire that hits home, he has carved his name as one of the most original voices in the Nigerian comedy culture. From the streets to our screens, he's proof that laughter is not just entertainment. Please help us welcome the one and only Koboko Master. Hello.
Thank you.
Welcome to the studio.
Nice introduction.
Thank you. I felt for a moment that you were like, are you sure I'm the one choosing?
Yeah, I'm actually. I knew that you're talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I'm that proud.
I love that. I love that. I really, really love that. No. I like that. I love that energy because, some people will be like, oh my God, are you sure?
No.
Maybe that's not part of my portfolio.
If I blush, then know that I'm making a mistake. I don't.
Okay. All right, let's just go get into the question before I say something I'm not supposed to say on screen.
I just have to clap for you because you were able to put in the right words to describe my kind of work.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you use the word original, now that's me.
Yeah.
So there are words that you use to describe me.
Exactly.
And I know you are home and dry. So while you were doing all of that, I was like, okay, nice one.
Which word would have been wrong?
Maybe if you want. But you are correct.
Okay. Well, I am glad I am correct. That's the main thing.
This time, for the time being.
I am always correct. You would be shocked.
Yeah, that's true. A woman is always correct. It's okay. That's true. That's another fact.
Wow.
Women are always correct.
That was just like, okay, yeah, okay, cool. I agree with you. Let's just continue. All right, so we're going to get straight into the question because we do not, unfortunately, have a lot of time. So I know that you must have already maybe told the story a couple of times or all of that, but we would like to hear it here in the studio while we have you. The name is very catchy. The first time I heard your name, I was like, is he a teacher? Like, what is going on? The name is very catchy. So we just want to know, what is the story behind the name? And how did this journey start, this whole comedy journey start?
Okay, so I'm a proponent of discipline.
Okay.
Yeah, I like discipline. I believe in a world where you don't need to spare the rod just to spoil the child. So the name Koboko Master, sits very well with my personality.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a no-nonsense person.
Okay.
I'm very direct. You're my friend and you have a bad body smell, they call body odor. I will not shy away from telling you.
Okay.
Even if you're not my friend, for instance, you are a girl, you follow somebody that knows me, you'll be shocked that person have always known that you have a bad body smell, but they are just not feeling a way to tell you. But did you know that me that you're meeting the first time, I'll tell you?
Okay.
I'm that direct.
Okay.
So that explains why I chose such a name that resonates with people.
Yes.
When you hear it, what comes to mind is discipline. Chastisement, realigning the brain with a few strokes and all of that, So I had to just pick that up.
Okay.
Especially when I was going into the radio business, sports casting.
Yeah.
In 2012, I already had a name going for comedy, which was Idehala. But going into that radio station, Brela FM then, I needed something that if the people hear,
it will stick.
It sticks. So Koboko Master was just that thing. Then on radio, when people call me, you could hear somebody call me Kobo, like 7 times before the person even say, hey, my name now. Yeah. The name just they sweet them to, So it was just divine that I came up with it. And so when I left radio to refocus on comedy in 2017, I didn't want it to go back to the Adihala thing because I've been here for like 7 years. Everybody knows the Koboko Master on radio, the one who talks sports, the one who analyzes sports in pidgin. Okay, so me moving back to my comedy, it was going to be 2 ways. It's either you know me as a sportcaster or you know me as a comedian. Either way, you are my fan.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it won't be better for me.
That's amazing. Okay, so let's talk about stand-up comedy generally in Nigeria. So stand-up comedy is very unpredictable. It's very raw. It takes a lot mentally and physically from people. What's your process before you step on stage? Is there like a personal ritual you like to do? Is there like a personal thing you like to do before you step on every stage?
Okay, first off, like you rightly mentioned, is the hardest form of art.
It is.
Be it in music, be it in acting, and I always like to thank God this time you got it spot on. While describing me, you use the word comedy. Now,
Yes.
comedy is very wide and very wide. The Mr. Funnies, the Brain Jotters, they do comedy.
Yeah.
They make people laugh. But they are not stand-up comedians. So I
Exactly.
like people to be particular when you describe my tribe. Now, this is my tribe. Stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
That is who we are. So ours is way more
Harder.
difficult.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's just you and the microphone. There is no beats. There are no dancers. There are no memes. There are no sound. I hear me, all this. We don't have all of that.
Yeah.
There is no post-production to our performance.
Exactly.
It is you sitting there, me standing here. I am talking. I'm hitting you, and you're responding. Is this stance? Is quick? If you do not get it right in the first 50 seconds, you might lose it for that whole night. And it can leave you with a very sour taste.
Exactly.
Or through months and weeks, right? Because somebody probably watching you for the first time. And that first impression, that guy no funny. So you just have to consistently be on your toes. So for me, my ritual starts from my home, where I get to sit down to close my eyes, imagine what the crowd will be. Knowing fully well that the 100% will not be for me. There must be that 10% that I've sworn with everything that they have, that nobody is going to make them laugh. Now, I do not come out for such people. Never. If you are coming out to you are going to go home that way. Yes, but God helping you, I will not try to impress you.
Yeah.
But I know there are 90% who came out, haven't bought the ticket, are ready to let out some endorphins.
Yes.
Are ready to let it out, are ready to heal, are ready to feel lighter than the way they came. Now, that 90% are my people.
Yeah.
I come out to make them happy. The 10%, nobody gets 100% in life.
Yeah, of course.
So you adjust that my 10% that I'm not willing to get based on what life offers. But if 90% of the crowd is laughing, then the 10% are inconsequential.
Yeah.
Because in any exam, that's the super pass
Yes,
mark.
of course.
Right? Okay, so the ritual starts from your house.
Yeah.
Because you are your first audience. Right? You are your first audience where you get to look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself a story, and you are sure that the story is funny.
Yes.
Nobody did that to know how crazy this job is.
Yes.
For house, you will just think calm. You by yourself agree, say the people will go gather for this hall. If they hear this thing when you dey process, they go laugh. Now that's some faith. Like the way some pastors, they go do crusade, no knowing whether person will heal. That's how we work.
Yeah.
We go into the show believing because it starts with us. Because this story that I'm about to tell you for the next show, I never tell anybody.
Yes.
Now only me. Like today, I was driving out. A story came into my mind. I was so you see, I'm sure it's going to work already.
Yeah.
Right? Like the story, now joke I never share, but we just let her out small.
Yes,
now,
please.
a friend of mine is in love with a stripper. Right? Now I'm telling this person, this girl is a stripper. He said, no, he like her. All of a sudden, they are making plans to marry. And so I'm advising him to make sure if he's building a house or renting a house, they should put a pole in the parlor to create an environment for the girl. Because you can't take the job away from her. See, because you have to create an environment. For instance, if you are a banker and I'm marrying you, I know you play with laptop. There must be data because you can work from home.
Yes.
You make sure you have a pole.
So now, kind of like you paid her to work privately for you.
Not really, but anytime she remembers her job,
She can
she
go.
don't go outside.
Oh my
Make
god.
her down for parlor.
Oh my god.
So you
Okay.
get now that is story
Yeah.
will enter my head.
Yes.
Now I'm going to work on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to flesh
Perfect
it. I'm going to expand it to see how it gets a perfect landing.
But have you, because you talked about the crowd now,
Yeah.
90%, 10%, 90s for you. Have you ever been to a show where you didn't get up to like 30%, like a tough crowd? There are certain shows that it looks like, okay, well, this is a really, you just know that this is a tough crowd.
I've only had one bad day,
Okay.
and it was in Benin.
Okay. How did you handle
And
that?
it's expected because people have bad days in Benin a lot.
Oh.
Yes, so
Okay.
I didn't feel bad because it's their behavior.
Okay, so let's talk about the brands of joke now to some extent. Certain comedians, or a lot of them right now coming up or still in the business, often mix comedy with the truth. A lot of things are happening in the country and all of that. So how do you use your comedy to talk about, like, things that are happening, maybe to enlighten people about certain things in a funny way? Does a story come up like this, or do you like sit down properly to say, okay, today I'm going to talk about something that has to do with governance, or I'm going to talk about something that has to do with inflation, and then you look for like different angles? How does that work?
Okay, so that's my niche actually.
Yes.
Because I do situational comedy, observatory comedy, then satire. So that is the line. There are different kind of comedy has gone genre.
Yes.
So a lot of people do not know. That is why when you are hiring comedians, you can hire comedians for different niche. If you have 5 of them, they can come up and not sound alike.
Okay.
If you do your homework well. So for people like us, we do observatory, situational with plenty of satire.
Yes.
Inside of it. Now, there are comedy called deadpan. There's a comedy called self-defecation.
Okay.
Where you talk about yourself. Like this, you see some people get, sorry, no offense. Like person will get small hand defect.
Yeah.
You notice the person is just talking about the hand.
Yes.
No, so it's self-deprecation.
Okay.
Right? Now, such comedy is usually easier because the joke is on you. The audience do not feel offended.
Yeah.
So when the joke is on another person, it feels funny to you.
Yes.
But when the joke is on you, you feel like it's a little bit sensitive. So you are using yourself to make the audience happy.
Yes.
And sometimes that also whips sympathy a lot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm the pain. You get? So some might be laughing while some are actually pitying you, but they are laughing.
Yeah.
But then again, you have everybody going for you. So that's self-deprecation. Now, there is also abstract. People who just come and tell stories that do not exist, but they sound funny.
Yes.
Right? Like there's a guy called Mr. Paul, who always tells stories that never
does
exist.
not.
Yeah, we tell you somebody
Never
use
happened.
legs, stop aeroplane. Those kind of stuff. You get? Now it is you trying to process the truth in that brings out the humor.
Yes.
Right? So for us, ours is more dangerous because it needs facts, it needs stats, it needs a little bit of relativity, and then you are working on a tightrope because in a bid to talk about the government, you might just go overboard.
Exactly.
We go make them say, they can carry you first thing tomorrow morning.
That night, you
might not leave the venue.
Exactly.
Right? So it's a dangerous thing for us, and that is why without education, you can't be in that line.
Okay.
Yes, you have to have some level of enlightenment. Because for you to really get the story, you need to read the story. Like when police came out to say the thief motor for first headquarters. It was a joke.
Yeah.
And then they said they are launching a manhunt. Right? So when I did a show that day that the news came out, and I said, we the civilians are calling on the police to be calm. Because now it's about time we help them look for the car. Right? So now that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. So if you belong to our clan, the genre of our kind of comedy, you might likely stay fresh forever because events will always be there for you to pick from. News they steady. News not the finish. You understand me? So if you belong to that class, it's safe. But then again, it's brain tasking.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to go on a very quick break, and when we return, we'll continue with this conversation.
This is Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back to Showtime on Trust TV. I'm still here in the studio with the one and only Koboko Master. I would like to say this time around, maybe anytime I call your name, I can just say the disciplinarian.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
I like it.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, so I am still in the studio with Koboko Master, the disciplinarian. Okay, yeah. So when we're talking about this, about your genre of comedy, I had wanted to ask before we went on the break, if you've ever been in that situation where there was backlash. You told a joke that maybe did not really go overboard, but people were like, that is a little bit
off.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, because in a bid to do this, I've tried as much as I could to look at sensitive topics around the world that people are too
sensitive
keen on. You know, for instance, one of them is you talk about what do you call this now? Children with Down syndrome.
Okay. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to know how funny the joke is. If it comes to me, I'm going to bounce it.
Yeah.
Because you might just be cracking that joke. You don't know that a woman who coughed out money to buy your table left one of them at home just to come have a clear head.
Yes.
And you're making mockery of such situation. So there are topics that I don't play with.
Yeah.
Rape is a no-no.
Yeah.
You know, supporting domestic violence is a no-no.
Yeah.
Right? But then again, I could give you solutions
to such situations.
Yes, instead of resorting to violence.
Okay.
So you either choose. That my situation may not be also too palatable, but it's a better option
than what you're doing.
Than them posting you online and people writing things, right? You know, so I have solutions. Trust me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's great to know.
No, trust me. You have to be meticulous about it. You can't.
Yes.
You think it. Yeah. See, look. I said an average comedian who does observatory comedy is almost a perfect person.
Because they know what to say and when to say.
Your ability to analyze.
Yes.
You have to be spot on.
Yeah. So talking about the comedy industry now, have you noticed any changes from when you started till now? You know, is the industry moving forward? Is it at a standstill? Is it going backwards? What exactly has changed?
Okay, so to tell you the truth, I think it's easier now for comedians to put up their own show, like with their name, Koboko Master Live, now than before. Unlike before, we had platforms like Night of 1,000 Laugh, where somebody has got a platform, then there were talents that you could call and say, look, we're going to Port Harcourt, featuring Agodai, Basket Mouth, OK Bakasi, Omo Baba, Teju Babyface, and the rest of them. But now you could just say a comedian, in the space of 4 years, putting up their show. As much as that sounds beautiful, it also affected the market in terms of saturation.
Okay.
Yeah, so much so that even you can now be very funny, but then again, that springboard that makes you a superstar is no more
available.
There. Yes. Maybe not just because of stand-up, because of other things that have happened, like the skit making.
Yes.
It is easier now, but then again, that stardom thing is no longer there. But I tell you for a fact, there is more money.
Okay.
Even though we want more.
All right, thank you very much. I have tons of questions and I just wish that we could like squeeze them in because there are things that I would have loved to get your responses on. But this conversation has been delightful. Thank you very much for coming into the studio. Thank you. I don't want to keep it. You can't keep it. Thank you very much. This has been Showtime on Trust TV. My name is still Chimmeli. Thank you for joining us on this episode. Please join us again, same time, same station next week for another thrilling and beautiful episode.